Today's finally time for a project I've had in store for a while. Nemicolopterus. I have slightly larger than average hands for a human. Look at how small this thing is. It's the size of a sparrow. Very small bird, or pterosaur. T-pose. There we go. Got the pteroid bone on there. Now the pteroid bone's purpose is actually to support this little patagium here. It's like a separate little wing on the wing. Pin tool. You just, there we go. Let's see if I can get it on. It's fighting me. Good enough. The wire's bunching up in the back, but I got enough of it in here that it provides support. Now be warned, this part's pretty difficult to do because it's just wire. Right here, there's nothing for it to grip onto. Time to add that big shoulder muscle that pterosaurs have. Alright, time for one of the weirdest things about pterosaurs, especially pterodactyloids, feet. They had oddly human feet for something so not human. And it's really hard to get a good angle to film this from. Alright, so you saw the difficulty of filming toe number 2, so I just added 3 and 4 separately. But yeah, look at that oddly human foot shape for such a weird critter. Now, if you watch my channel, there's a good chance you've probably seen another channel called Kayakosaurus, and I'm going to be doing his glass eye cabochon trick. Going for big black pupils because cute, and then red eyes because I'm basing the paint scheme right now off of the green Vireo warbler, which I really like the color of. Found it in a book of mine. Now, just for assurance purposes, because this tends to rub off, I'm going to put a gloss coat on this right here. Because of methods I'm going to be using later, I gotta poke holes underneath the eyes right here. There we go. So as you can see, I got one side with the mouth on it, but this side still needs its mouth. And you have to do this very carefully with the X-Acto knife because it just slices through raw clay. So here we have this. My coarsest brush, and I'm going to use that with this to get some nice crooked lines. Look at this goober. I put the finished eyes on it and it looks so silly. Now the goal here is to make like a removable piece that covers the eye. That way I don't have to bake the resin. I can just glue it on in the aftermath. There we go. These are both removable. Now I'm going to go bake these separately, and then I can glue them on with the eye, and it won't be a problem, and I don't have to bake the resin now. Time for the last wad of clay. Just gotta make this look less weird, because it was bothering me. Got a little bead of super glue on there. Now let's just pop in the eye. There we go. Now it's good and stuck on there. Now I just fill the nasal fenestra with some glue as well. There we go. While I was pressing the backside down, I knew it was a risk and it did crack, so got some super glue to fill that. There we go. It's time for that peel that's going to go into the short. Time to begin my painting. I'm going to be doing the beak because I'm going to be putting on the fur and I don't want to screw up the fur after that. So I'm going to start with the paint on the beak. Time for some fur. Time to get this fluffy boy his last neck one. Well, not his last, but the last to complete the look for now. Then I gotta do the bottom of the neck. Look at him. He's so fluffy. The method I've decided on to get rid of these ugly mesh lines is fabric. Reminds me of like a Nicobar pigeon or like a monkey of some sort. Finally, time to give Baldy some hair here. Give him a mohawk. Now he looks like a Bali Mina. And so I can begin the painting. Let me show you how I do it right now. So wet paints would ruin everything. So I take these dry pastels and I just shave the top of them with the back side of the X-Acto knife. And you can mix those with like a chopstick or a brush. I'm gonna use my brush since that's what's gonna paint them on anyway. Okie dokie, so for this one, I'm going to be painting the markings of the Vireo warbler around the eyes, and I cannot mess up the eyes, so I've covered them in the cones of Silly Putty. That's one. Now we need the overbrow. Now Burb is missing his lashes, so let's get him some.